Thanks Rushil for inviting me. It is always pleasure to talk to students of IIT Bombay, and thanks all of you. You have come to listen me on Saturday morning. So I am going to talk you about the core talks, and I did my PhD from IIT Bombay, and it is like an interaction. Not don't take it as a gap. So whatever my opinion is there, that is my view. So you take it with the pinch of salt. So first, I would like to briefly tell you about my story, so that you will have a different perspective. So basically, I am from village Charan in Shahwadi Taluka of Kolhapur district. I received scholarships throughout my academic career, and I am from a middle class family. So my basic degree is in civil engineering. So many of you might have heard about Walchand College of Engineering, Sangli. So in the good old days, the number of engineering colleges were very few. In the entire state of Maharashtra, there were just 7 engineering colleges. So at that time, the moment you get admission to engineering college means your career is made. There is no point in looking back. So that was the time, because number of engineers were very less. And now of course the picture has changed, and there are more than 350 engineering colleges all over Maharashtra state, and engineers are finding it difficult to get placed. So that was in 1985. So that time I chose civil engineering. I could choose any branch: mechanical, civil, electrical. That time only 3 branches were there: civil, mechanical and electrical. And I was having such a score that I could select any branch. But I chose civil engineering because there was wider scope available. For example, you can enter into government service and take a secure job, or you can start your own business with very less capital. You can become a contractor, you can join a teaching job. So many options were there that were unique to only civil engineering. In mechanical engineering, electrical engineering, you could not start your own business. You require huge capital. So that was my thinking why I chose civil engineering. I didn't have any particular passion for civil engineering. Okay, so the word passion is very important. But of course, when I went to the final year of civil engineering, then I chose electives in the subject of environmental engineering. And that is because of the passion. In my entire class of 60 students, 50 students opted for structural engineering subjects. But I took a decision that okay, I don't have very much passion for that. I have passion for environmental engineering. I want to do something good for the environment. So that decision was made on the basis of passion. Then I got good GATE score, and I got admission to VZTI Mumbai, and there again I chose environmental engineering for my postgraduate studies. So that was 1987. Then 1 year I worked in an industry pollution control company, but frankly I didn't enjoy that work, because frankly I don't like 9:30 to 5:30 job, go to the office, sit in a cabin, some boss will be observing you and you have to work for 8 hours. No, that was not my passion. And of course that time environmental engineering, pollution control, these fields were rudimentary. There was not much scope also. So considering that, I joined teaching. So I joined a government aided college. Basically I feel that I am comfortable in communication, and I enjoyed the nature of job, because you have to study whatever portion you have studied for your BTech program, the same things you have to teach. So there is optimization about the time spent. Of course the pay scales are continuously improving. When I just joined, the pay scales were not that good in teaching, but now they are very good. And then I got promotions very fast, because I was at that time, people joining in teaching with postgraduate degree and 1 year industry experience were very less, and that was the minimum requirement. So I became assistant professor, associate professor very fast. At the age of 37, I became professor. So that was good also and bad also, because in government IIT, of course, promotions are fast, but government engineering colleges, many people join as a lecturer, join as an assistant professor, and retire also as assistant professor, because very few vacancies are there at top. Why bad? Because there were offers to me from IIT, Indian Institute of Science also, Bangalore, but they wanted to join me at the lowest post, that is assistant professor. So if I want to go to IIT or Indian Institute of Science, I have to join there as an assistant professor when I was having professor's post. So therefore, it is bad also in that respect. And because of my age, I could become AICTE expert because I was having higher post. I was hired as expert by All India Council for Technical Education, and I was one of the youngest professors in that team of very senior professors, which would go for accreditation of engineering colleges all over India. Another good thing about teaching assignments is that you can get side by side consultancy assignments, and this is very used in IITs, for example. And as I was talking with Rushil, now there are around 26 IITs. So all these government agencies, maybe state government, central government, they are very comfortable if they assign a particular consultancy job to IITs, because IITs is a brand. So you get a lot of consultancy assignments if you join teaching positions at NITs or even NITs, National Institute of Technologies. So during this job in a government aided college as a professor, I was selected for PhD at IIT Bombay under QIP program. So for QIP program, all professors from institutes like National Institute of Technologies, they opt, and there are limited seats. So there was one seat in IIT Bombay, and for which 13 professors from NITs were applying, and I was fortunate enough to get that post on scholarship. So this is a double advantage, because in QIP program you get your salary also, and you get additional stipend, you get good accommodation in IITs, so there is no tension, and you can do a quality research. And when I joined IIT Bombay, my research work started, and that time I was thinking whether, when I was in BTech, whether I would publish such complicated research papers and all that. But when you join IIT, that is not a big thing, and I could learn publications in prestigious journals thanks to the support and guidance which I received from my guides and my professors at IIT Bombay, like Professor R.S. Patil, Professor Shyam Asolekar, and others. Then at 1998 at 2009, I got offer from ITM group of institutions. So then I joined administrative post as a director, and there were 4 engineering colleges under me, and it was a corporate culture, and I could enjoy this job because it is a different atmosphere altogether. So there used to be budgets in the beginning. You have to track, and in these 4 engineering colleges, how many number of students will take admissions, because the entire viability depends on the admissions in the private sector. So this institute was in the private sector, and you have budget, you have HR, you have finance, you have marketing. So unless number of students will get admit, your financial viability will be in question, and that is a very good thing, because in government jobs you don't have to worry about admissions, and still government engineering colleges are most sought after by the students. So admissions is not a problem, but that is not so in the corporate sector. Of course, there are advantages of corporate structure, because corporate structure, there is no such thing as pay scales. Pay scales are very good, and the rise you get in corporate sector is very high, that you can't imagine in the government type of jobs. So, but of course, may it be corporate, may it the government, it's a job, it's a service. You have to work under bosses. So many people like that, many people are not comfortable with that also. So that you have to keep in mind. So I will say that like corporate, any job is like a animal in zoo. So that is job, that is naukri ultimately. And enterprise, your own business is like you are in jungle. So there are excitements, there is no limit, but at the same time there are very high risks. So these are the pros and cons of jobs versus entrepreneurship. Then when I become financially comfortable in the year 2017, the stage came that I no longer depend on the business for survival. I decided to quit job and start my own company. So when I was in engineering college, we used to call people from banks and corporate sectors whether students should go to do business or they should do jobs. So those corporate people at that time also they advised us कि you start business at such time when you no longer are dependent on the money from your business. So then only you take that risk. Of course, nowadays the picture has changed. There is venture capital. There are people who are ready to invest money. But of course, there is risk. And if one enterprise is successful, there are 7-8 enterprises which are failure also. So both pros and cons are there. So entrepreneurship, I joined my own family company, Prachi Services Inc. as director. So this firm provides services in water treatment, solid waste management, wastewater treatment, and has developed software for design of water treatment plant, effluent treatment plant, sewerage systems, etc. So we provide training also, and it gives great satisfaction to me. When I was working, when I was having job, I was looking at first date of a month when my salary comes, and now it is the other way around. Now 10-15 people are looking at me when our salaries will be released. So that gives you immense satisfaction that you are supporting 10-15 families. Then of course, due to all these jobs, all my career so far, I got opportunities to visit countries like USA, UK, Germany, Australia, UAE, Argentina, etc. to present my research paper, to forge collaborations with other engineering institutes in universities in US, UK, Australia, etc. So that was about my story. You can take what you want. You can reject also what you don't like. That is your call. So next slide, please. Okay. So general tips first. First, I will give you some general tips about your career, and then we'll go to the specifics. So when Rushil sent me those forms, I found that many of you are worried what is there for environmental engineering sector. But take it from me, don't worry at all. IIT Bombay is a big brand, bigger than you think, and every one of you have bright future. Now you understand